Yo, what is up guys? Boy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So, within the last 24 hours, a featherweight title fight has been announced for October the 7th of this year, taking place at the Sheffield Arena in the UK on DAZN. And that fight is between Leigh, the WBA featherweight champion, and former IBF champion, two-time IBF champion, Josh Warrington. Now, I'll say right now, I think many of you out there will be saying, Josh Warrington doesn't really deserve a title shot based on recent form. If you look at his last 4 fights, 2 defeats, 1 win, 1 technical draw. Plus there's that whole situation when he vacated his IBF title, blah. So many people are going to be saying Josh Warrington doesn't deserve a title shot, and I actually agree with that sentiment. But as we know, boxing isn't always a meritocracy. And with that being said, and with that being acknowledged, I do still think this is a really good fight, interesting fight. And yeah, I think this one will deliver. I think it's going to be entertaining. There's been talk of this fight in the UK for the last couple of years or so, and now we finally have it. I think the atmosphere on fight night will be very good. It's at a neutral venue in Sheffield. Josh Warrington is from Leeds, whereas Leigh is from Nottingham. There's going to be a high contingent of football fans supporting each guy, so Nottingham Forest fans and Leeds United fans in attendance. That in itself is going to make it a raucous atmosphere, and I sometimes think that sort of energy in the arena, that sort of atmosphere, it can actually lead to a better fight. I think it makes both guys fight harder, maybe be more aggressive than they usually would be. And yeah, I think the styles here between the two guys are going to gel really well. Leigh is a taller, rangier guy who is the boxer-puncher, certainly carries more power, but Josh Warrington is the workhorse. He likes to set a high punch output, he'll try and walk you down, he'll try and get at mid-range and on the inside, work the body, and basically overwhelm you with combinations while not being a massive puncher. Stylistically, it's interesting because Leigh not the greatest inside fighter, and he's not the highest output fighter either. So Warrington, if he could get to the inside and spend significant time on the inside, he could very well easily outwork Leigh in many rounds. However, Josh Warrington's problem, or the danger zone, is actually getting to the inside, closing that distance, and Leigh has really good timing. He's a solid counterpuncher, hard jab. You know, Leigh the type of guy who can make your aggression count against you. He can time you coming in with his straight right hand, he can shorten it up and walk you onto it. He's also got a pretty good left hook as well, a decent uppercut. He can catch you coming in, he's quite effective at catching you coming in. And if you're milling around on the outside waiting for your opportunity, he's very capable of boxing behind the jab and racking up points. As I say, he is a boxer-puncher, Leigh with counter-punch abilities. Whereas Josh Warrington is the fighter, the brawler, the swarmer, I would say. So both styles contrast really well. To me, this shot is going to come down to how well Josh Warrington can hold a punch these days. How is his punch resistance? Of course, throughout his career, he's been in several hard fights, got brutally knocked out by Maurizio Lara, had his jaw broken by Kiko Martinez in their rematch, which Warrington did win. He still got his jaw broken. And, you know, the Bernardo Lopez fight, he took some big shots in that one. Now, he took the shots quite well, but it all adds up. And combine that with making the weight, etc. Where is Warrington's chin at these days? Is it as good as it once was? Because Warrington back in the day always had a pretty good chin. To me, this fight is going to come down to how well Warrington can take a shot these days. If he can take Leigh power, I actually think he's got a solid chance of winning this fight. I'm assuming Leigh is the favourite in this one, but I see this one basically as a 50-50 at this stage. And yeah, I think this is a good fight. Hopefully the undercard is good. And hopefully we get a great night of boxing, you know? That's what I want to see. I want to see a great fight between these two guys. Again, we can debate whether Josh Warrington deserves the shot. But like I said, you know, we all know boxing doesn't work like that necessarily. So it's the fight we've got. And the fight in and of itself is a good fight in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to this one. Right now, I see it as a 50-50. Nearer the time, I will more than likely make a prediction video. So yeah, look out for that. I think this is a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. Share your thoughts below. Been your guy, Delboy. Peace.